Hello to you all. We want to carry on with our workshop in Kabbalah, Etz Chaim, the Tree of Life. And today we're going to discuss over light and enlightenment. Light will always be the source of things, very much like the sun generates its own atomic light. And enlightenment will be very much like this, the enlightenment that we get, or the light of the moon, which is only a reflection of the original light that comes all the way from the sun. Similarly, the analogy will be God will always be the source of light, and the enlightenment will be received individually by each and every one of us, or any of the creations. Should we put our hand in between the ray of light coming from the sun and the vessel receiving it, the light will immediately be stopped. Similarly, if we cut off the source of light or life from a plant, from a flower, that plant within a short time will die. If a human being is cut off from the source of his light, from the source of his soul, he will surely perish and die. So how do we actually know what specific enlightenment each one deserve and get? And that is, God, the Creator, the Source, sends to each and every one of us a different enlightenment, which we receive as intuition, or a little nudge or a push that we feel it is the right source for us to receive that. Now, we should also know that there are two kinds of sensual understanding or enlightenment or achievement that we can accomplish within ourselves. One will be through the senses, and the senses, of course, will be limited, right? And the other one will be the achievement and the acknowledgement and reaching that level of the mind. And it's very obvious that what we can understand through the mind is far outreaching, more than the senses can ever perceive. Very much like the theory of relativity, which foresees even black holes and beyond space and time, long before any kind of instrumentation could implement ever finding a black hole within the Scorpio Nebula and others. What is the source of our minds? The source of our mind is not neurons. The source of our mind is completely spiritual. Therefore, scientists are baffled how to find the source of our mind and our consciousness is within a very spiritual element which is invested into each and every one of us, and that is the soul. And that soul of ours is completely divine, completely spiritual, and itself is being created, invested in us, and given from the source, from God. As we say every morning, that the soul that you have invested in me is a created being of God. It itself is an enlightenment specifically given to you, to me, to you, each and every one of us, in a specific way, but it will always be spiritual, and it is perceived with us through enlightenment that we get within our mind, different kind of ideas, wills, desires, as we discussed previously. Please revise what we discussed, try to apply it into your life, debate it with your friends, and I will speak to you soon. Have a great weekend.